A while ago, we had a series of videos about how a real Freddy's location could actually happen. And then I even provided some suggestions for how to actually do it. And although the possibility of that happening is incredibly slim, I wanted to do something similar. However, this time, instead of a normal pizzeria, what if the Mega Pizzaplex was real? That's what we're exploring today. Let's do it. And it 10 Circus Baby's ice cream. Well, yes, Circus Baby did have a pizzeria after the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. I think that there's a very clearly another pizza joint that would better fit the Pizzaplex. So, what else did Baby do? Well, she inflated balloons at her fingertips. She also dispensed ice cream. So an ice cream stand or an ice cream shop would more likely actually happen and be incredibly beneficial to the Pizzaplex, especially during those hot summer days where it would be packed inside. It would be like a Comic-Con. It would be horrifically hot, so you might as well get some ice cream. Basically, you just set it up like a normal ice cream chain and you're good to go, okay? And like, it doesn't even have to actually be Circus Babies. You can just get Dairy Queen to go in there and just rebrand it to Circus Babies. That's pretty easy. You theme a normal ice cream shop to be Circus Babies, or you get like a mom and pop's shop to have like a second location and like rebrand it, and it would be fine. It would still be fun, no matter what, okay? They could even like maybe like hand you like the cone through the stomach of a life-sized baby statue. That would actually be hilariously terrifying, but I mean like, or they could get a claw to do it. I mean, like, we've seen these. They're robots working there, so they can just, like, have babies claw-themed. And at 9, Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween is one of the best times to go to an amusement park, or I guess in this case, a Pizzaplex. At least if you enjoy fearing for your life. Since most amusement parks or things of this nature have some form of Halloween Horror Night, where actors dress up as horrifying monsters, and also as killers to try to drive fear into your hearts, while you wait in line to risk your life on multiple different attractions. And I think that if anywhere can do this perfectly, it would be a FNaF themed Pizzaplex, okay? Even if it's just like one section of the Pizzaplex, it would be incredible. Nightmare animatronics, twisted animatronics, purple guy, ghost kids running around the park scaring the hell out of you, okay? Mazes that revolve around the different pizzeria locations, where you watch animatronics and then they get like slightly closer every time you look away. I don't know, a giant dreadbear projected onto the ceiling. I don't know. That one's probably a bit unrealistic, but I mean, like, that could be a thing. It could be like a projector that every so often pops dreadbear up there. And I mean, like, a series that's already founded in horror with a real-life location, it's almost too easy. Although this is also only the tip of the iceberg. And at 8, the Fazbear Frights Theater. Okay, the Pizzaplex already has the daycare theater, but amusement parks, I mean, this is basically an amusement park. It's an indoor amusement park. They always have these kinds of things, okay, like small performances or slightly bigger ones that run at certain times, specific days, okay, sometimes on an actual stage, sometimes out in the main area. I imagine though that if the Pizzaplex was real and they were actually going to do this, they would have Fazbear Frights stories acted out. Maybe the less complicated ones, but it would still be a great way to give us visuals to these stories that needed them without needing a whole movie or something around them. Plus, there are so many different Fazbear Frights stories that they would never really run out of content, especially if they switched up whichever stories that they were telling month to month or week to week, something like that. Okay, they wouldn't have these every day, obviously. That would be a little much, but anyone looking to craft a theory or have a further understanding of these stories would miss out if they didn't go see it, okay? We could finally understand why the girl started dancing when putting on the Ballora glasses, okay? Was it because she was mimicking, or did Ballora get to hers and she had actually put them on? I don't know. In the story, in the written one, it's unclear, but it would be made obvious by a performance. Hopefully, at least. They could very well leave the performance vague and mysterious, because we all know that that's what FNaF would do, but hey, something to chew on. And at 7, an arcade. The Pizzaplex has so many goddamn arcades that I can't even fathom it, okay? So having some form of arcade would be required. Every, like, area like this that I've been to, be it a bowling alley or something, has a arcade somewhere, okay? And it's a good place to kill some time if you need to, or a place to actually make some extra money for the place that you're in. So in this case, for the Pizzaplex. However, I think a FNaF arcade would be fairly unique, since after all, we already have seen multiple Fazbear arcade games, okay? Many from FNaF 6's catalog, including the Lorekeeper minigames that could have real versions, but also, like I was saying, the Pizzaplex has so many damn arcades, you have an infinite amount of machines. Plus, Princess Quest 1, 2, and 3? Hell yeah. Well, why would I not want to do that? They could have, maybe they could be linked up, so you play one and then that's how you unlock the other, then when you get to the end, you get a little certificate or something. I don't know, you get a special ticket that you can go hand into the counter, and they're like, there you go. The prize counter, moving on to that, would obviously be FNaF themed, with some form of worker dressed up as the puppet, I'm guessing, probably, and basically everything I suggested from a real Freddy Fazbear arcade. Okay, just remake the West Arcade without DJ Music Man, because I don't need to suffer through that. Just remake the arcade part of like of L Chips or literally anything else. In its 6, it's a FNaF world. It's a Small World is probably the most infamous and obnoxious ride of all time. I'm sorry, okay, but god damn it, I can't stand that stupid song. However, I would be willing to put up with an equally obnoxious song if that song and the ride was about FNaF. And not just FNaF, but the actual FNaF timeline. Having a ride that takes you through the entirety of the FNaF timeline would not only be a great way to confirm the timeline and make some money off of doing so, but also be absolutely ridiculous in the best way possible. Can you imagine getting all the animatronics to sing "It's a FNaF World" after all, while William is like brutally killing Charlotte in the window of Fazbear's Fright, just like, "It's a FNaF world after all," and he's like literally stabbing her. That'd be so funny. Oh, that'd be like every horror movie trailer ever. Okay, like they have some form of cheery music while someone's dying. Yeah, it would be especially funny if the animatronics were themed in the style of FNaF World. Like, you know, that game that nobody talks about, because, you know, the animatronics in the original Small World ride are small, so it would make sense, like, scale-wise. And then it would finally be confirmed that Crying Child is Gregory as a robot, and the one you should not have killed. That's right, that was a very aggressive stomp. Halfway through into number 5, real animatronics. Now before you absolutely flip, okay, I'm talking real our-world animatronics, okay? Not animatronics that walk on their own, the ones that are stuck in place doing the same thing over and over again, okay? Not murderous animatronics possessed by dead kids that are trying to get their revenge on their killer, okay? Like just a real-world, realistic version of Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Foxy, at least, okay? The original gang, at least. It would be pretty damn cool, okay? And you know that it would be. Like, imagine walking into the Pizzaplex and you're greeted by actual robotic versions of the original 4 animatronics. That would be so sick. Or if you're waiting in line for one of the other attractions on this list, okay, then you see a Bonnie statue that just starts moving next to you. Damn, okay? There are those kinds of things all over the place in real life, okay? Like if the Avengers campus can have a Spider-Man animatronic that swings and does flips, I'm sure that this is possible. The lines could also be like the inside of the pizzeria and the animatronics are on their cameras glitching, you know? It could just be a video, but it could look like that, okay? You can't say that that wouldn't be awesome. Plus, just give me a real-life glam rock Chica and let me take her home. In at 4, Pirate Ride. The FNaF VR DLC, The Curse of Dreadbear, is probably my favorite FNaF experience so far. One of the reasons is because it's not as goddamn glitchy as Security Breach, but I also love the Pirate Ride, a mini game where as long as you have a basic sense of accuracy, you won't get jump scared, and that's important, especially when looking for certain Easter eggs or victory prizes, okay? The theme of this target shooting ride, though, is present at basically any amusement park, so it should be present in the actual Pizzaplex too, okay? At the one in Canada, Canada's Wonderland, they have Guardian of Wonder Mountain, okay? And you don't even actually need to shoot things, okay? It's just a laser gun, okay? It's an entirely digital shooting gallery game, which is what the pirate ride would probably be, since shooting balls on a roller coaster is probably a bad idea in real life. Either way, okay, you just keep this as like a small section of the Pizzaplex and you're good. Those rides are always my favorite and this would still be no exception. I would go on it way too often and I would never be ashamed. I'd be one of those people that's just like, can I stay in the cart? Like just keep going. The line's not too long, can I keep going around? That would be me. And I'm the FNaF king of the office. So I feel like I should. Getting close to the end, into number 3, exotic butters stand. Okay, look. If you people are gonna ship Ennard with a basket of exotic butters, at least give me a stand themed after exotic butters. Okay, amusement park or amusement park like things always have food carts everywhere you go. And obviously, there would have to be an exotic butter stand, whether it's legit like in actually selling butter or if it's doing something else like Korean hot dogs or whatnot, okay? I think that the meme is required at this point. We all love us some exotic butters. There have been remixes about exotic butters, exotic and erotic fan fiction written about exotic butters. And you know what? Originally, I didn't think that there would be erotic fan fiction about exotic butters, but apparently there was, like I talked about in yesterday's video. Oh, I don't know. God damn it. The meme of exotic butters though, okay, it needs to be included in some way. And I think that like aside from plushies, okay, we can do the plushies as well. They can sell them in the stand, but like we need some actual butter, right? And ultimately, into number 2, Corn Maze. The Corn Maze from the same DLC as Pirate Ride would probably be the best attraction at any FNaF themed amusement park, okay? Or Pizzaplex. I keep saying amusement park because the Pizzaplex is basically an amusement park. The popularity of mazes at horror nights like Disney and Wonderland are so incredibly high. But then you would have this one going all year round, which would be fantastic. You could fill it in with a couple of actors dressed as Grim Foxy, whose main goal is just to scare the hell out of you instead of catch you. But then you could also cover the ground with crows, because we all know that those are the scariest part of the entire goddamn maze. Anyway, having multiple Foxies instead of just one would make it really seem like more of a threat, since it would appear like he's always nearby, he's always close, even if it is a different person in the suit. We wouldn't be able to tell that, okay? And it would fit the theme of the minigame as well, since after Foxy runs past you, he teleports somewhere nearby. So you're never quite rid of him. It would also be incredibly fun. I'd definitely end up trying to get the purple key, even if it doesn't exist. I would still try to find it. And finally, in at number 1, Freddy Fazbear's. Well, of course, if there's going to be an actual Pizzaplex that's based around these characters, we're going to need an actual Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. This is probably the only real thing that would be a guarantee in this whole place. Okay, maybe it's a Papa John's that's just rebranded to look like Freddy Fazbear's, or maybe it's some other pizza restaurant since other pizza places are available. But no matter what, okay, no matter what store it is, as long as it's themed to be Freddy Fazbear's, it would be packed regularly. People would go to the Pizzaplex just to see the real Freddy Fazbear's. And even if it didn't have animatronics and it just had statues, it would still be insanely popular and would result in plenty of sales, especially if it was its own section at like Universal or something, because like they have like the whole Harry Potter thing. What if we just did instead just the Pizzaplex in Universal? The line would be out the door and around the park, unless you were early, like you'd actually be able to get in. That's all the time we have for today, friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in Showerman Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. Pizzaplex.